it's Shannon. Today I'm going to be taking a piece of foam board like this one here that I got from Walmart. I'm going to turn it into a faux wood cathedral window. So it's actually going to look like wood, but it's going to be made out of this very inexpensive foam board. So let me show you how to do this. So here's a list of some of the supplies I'm going to use to get started. Of course, you're going to need some foam board. Like I said, I got this at Walmart, but even the Dollar Tree carries foam board, and mine was out, so I just grabbed this. It was under $2 at Walmart. You're also going to need some newspaper, a larger one that opens like this. This is what we're going to use for our template. You're also going to need an X-Acto knife or a utility knife, a marker, scissors, and I also think I'm gonna grab some painter's tape so I can tape down my template. And what I'm gonna get started with is just creating the template and marking on the board the template, and then I'll start to cut it out. So here's a look at it after I've taken the stencil off, and I actually used a yardstick to extend down the bottom part of the stencil to make a taller window, so I could use this whole piece of foam board, and the width of the yardstick actually seemed to be right about the right width for the design. So that's a good tip if you go to create your own stencil. I just went on Google and searched cathedral windows and used a simple one as a guide as I drew my template. And you can get as much fancy as you want with this or as simple as you want with this and create, you know, some have a lot more openings and windows and curves in them, really cool. So if you take your time, you can create some really neat looking windows. But this one is actually very beautiful in its simplicity. So what I'm going to do is take my X-Acto knife. Definitely kind of rough and needs some cleaning up, but definitely take your time as you're doing this so that you don't injure yourself with your knife, because it does take some time and you don't want to accidentally slip with your utility knife. Get yourself. So now I'm just going to take some scissors and some sandpaper. This is 100 grit sandpaper, a real fine grit, and just kind of sand these edges down so that it doesn't have such a rough look. And then the top and the bottom are like a paper, so I'm going to use scissors to clean up some of these pieces that didn't get cut all the way through. So I have it cleaned up a little bit more now. If you want a more clean look, smooth look, then you can actually wrap this whole thing in like a painter's tape, like this thick kind of painter's tape, and wrap it around the edges, and then that way you'll get nice, smooth edges. I'm going for the farmhouse look, which is already sort of a distressed and chippy look, so I think I'm just gonna leave mine just like this, and it'll kind of help give that rustic weathered effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to giving it a faux wood look. So if you missed it, I actually did a full tutorial on how to turn a metal white door into one that looks like wood, and I used this gel stain. And if you guys missed that, I will link that at the end of this video, because go check that out, because that is really cool. You won't believe the before and after. It really does look like a wood door, and I'm gonna be using that same technique here for this faux wood window, except I'm going to be giving it a yellow base, whereas the door I kind of gave a tangerine color base, so this will get a little bit different of an effect. So I'm gonna be using just an acrylic paint in the color King's Gold by Apple Barrel. And then over the top, I will be layering this gel stain by Old Masters in the color American Walnut. Has had a time to dry, and I'm going to start applying the gel stain, and we want it to have a faux wood look. So you want to use a paintbrush, and you want there to be brush strokes in your gel stain to where it has a wood grain look. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the gel stain with this paintbrush. And then I'm gonna go back with a wiping cloth. I got these from Home Depot, but you can also use an old t-shirt or a washcloth. You just want something to where you can wipe off some of the excess gel stain so that it'll dry a little quicker for you. And then you also wanna make sure you're wearing gloves. And so what I'm gonna do is apply this first coat. I'm gonna let it sit for about 8 to 12 hours. And come back in and add a second coat of this Old Masters gel stain in the color American Walnut. love how beautifully this window turned out. You just never would know that it was foam board before we transformed it into this faux wood cathedral window. Another option would be to give this a whole different look and finish. Even a whitewash look, this cathedral window would still have that beautiful farmhouse effect. Please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button. I do DIY tutorials every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also hit that bell so that you don't miss when my videos do go live. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.